Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I am reviewing The Mandalorian Season 2, Chapter 12, The Siege, the fourth episode of the second season, which was written by Jon Favreau and directed by Carl Weathers. It came out on November 20th, 2020. So yeah, a day late on this. Usually I get them out on Friday when they come out, but it's probably be going up on Saturday, but the episode, I really liked it. I going into it, I knew it was going to be directed by Carl Weathers, and that I knew Carl Weathers said that he directed it himself, and so I knew Din, the child, would be heading back to Navarro to see Cara Dune and Grief Karga, and not go straight to Ahsoka. So, I'll be honest, I was a little let down by that, but I the next episode is being directed by Dave Filoni, and there's no one else I want, to direct Ahsoka's live action debut. So, yeah, but all those, being let down by that does not matter because it was absolutely worth it. Really enjoyed the episode. Definitely had a real great balance with the action, comedy, story reveals, characters, all that is really nicely, balanced. There's a lot of, great moments of all that, which, I really enjoyed that with the episode. So, definitely up there. Obviously, some of the reveals are what really made the episode. Um, honestly, episodes, chapter 9 and 11, the reveals in those episodes, which are, crazy. I would have been more through the roof for those if I didn't know they were happening, but because of rumors and whatnot, I knew they were happening. But, there's obviously stuff in this episode I just didn't know was happening. It was just like, oh wow. So yeah, but I guess I'll just run down the episode and talk about the moments, in them. But the start of the episode, we see Din and the child trying to fix some stuff up on the Razor Crest. I enjoyed this moment, a cute, funny little moment, but also showing some of the progression of Din and the child's relationship, and I know the child's on this tight little area with some wires trying to do it, but showing the progression of their relationship, showing the child becoming more independent, I guess, more helpful to Din in more ways, other than just being able to use the Force. I really enjoyed that, but so because didn't realize is that he's probably not gonna be able to fix the ship up and be able to head to Corvus, so decides to head to Navarro to get the Razor Crest fully fixed up, which heads there, meets Grief and Cara, whatnot, cool stuff. I've seen the town. I don't know if the town ever has a name. The planet is Navarro, but I don't know what the town is called. But it's more lively now, I guess. Built back up. I guess Grief is kind of like the mayor of the town. Cara Dune is a marshal of the town. In fact, there's a scene where you see Cara killing some aliens. I forget what species they were, but at the in the underground area where the Mandalorian armor, smelting pot thing was. So, I obviously don't know what happened to Mandalorian armor, but anyways, Grief and Cara ask Din for some help on infiltrating this Imperial base, which was left over by the Gideon. So yeah. Also, the Mithril from the series premiere is back, and he's working for Grief to get rid of his bounty or whatever. I forget, but yeah. But Grief tells Din that he has to leave the child at town. And obviously, Din's hesitant of it, but Grief sends the child to this classroom, school, place, and whatnot. Din's, like I said, hesitant about it, but ultimately agrees to it. So, obviously, they head to the base and infiltrated. Obviously, stormtroopers and whatnot around. A lot more than they thought, but they get to the reactor to blow it up. But then once they're trying to, leave the base, they come across these tube thingies, which inside of it there's Strand-Cast, which is what Snoke is. And I believe in chapter, I forget what it was, in season 7, mentioned child as a Strand-Cast also, but they're basically clones. I'm probably gonna be doing a video just on this scene because this was like the big wow moment. Seeing all this, but the Strand-Cast in the tube kind of reminded me of Snoke a little. Kind of interesting there. Don't know if it is Snoke or why. Obviously don't know how much the Mandalorian's gonna tie into the sequel trilogy. Obviously has in some ways already. Like for instance, obviously not in universe, but the New Republic pilots, which showed up in chapter 10. The theme was like the March of the Resistance theme, but slowed down. So yeah, but anyways, then they go to the computer thingy. I can't think of the name. And find the hologram, a hologram recording of Dr. Pershing, who was in the first season. I believe it was chapter 1 and 3. But it's talking about cloning and whatnot, and running out of what I assume is the child's blood, and how it's gonna be hard to find someone that high of an M count. I assume referring to midichlorians and obviously a bunch of other stuff, and mentions Gideon, which didn't think this might be an old recording because didn't think and the rest of them think Gideon is dead, but you find out that the recording is only a few days old. So one learning that Gideon is in fact still alive, and obviously learning more about kind of some plans there and whatnot. And so, obviously Ben was worried about the child, so he instantly, leaves, goes back to the reactor room and jetpacks out and whatnot. But then the rest of the moment is just from the point of view of Grief, Kara, and the Mithril as they're escaping, fighting off stormtroopers and getting into one transport vehicle and fight off some TIE fighters. But they can't get the last few TIEs, but Din comes in and saves the day in the Razor Crest. And so then the child head off to Corvus to find Ahsoka Tano. But yeah, then cuts to some time later. We see that New Republic pilot again, Captain Carson Teva, I don't know, the leader of the New Republic squadron, pilot squadron, whatever. and he's questioning Grief about the Imperial base and the Razor Crest and whatnot, and Grief brushes off as having no clue about it and whatnot. So Tava, I don't know how to pronounce the character's name, leaves, and on the way out talks to, Kara about the Republican, the rebellion and whatnot, and talks about Alderaan, and, I really like this moment, and like I mentioned earlier, that slowed down March of the Resistance theme I really like, but, yeah, then it cuts, you see, I don't remember the name of the ship, but it's kind of like a Star Destroyer, but smaller, and you're looking, it was in Rebels and whatnot, but, I'll have a picture of it up on the screen, but you see Moff Gideon in the flesh again, gets word from one of his officers, she says that one, I already forgot what alien was, but there's an alien working on the Razor Crest, and they planted a tracking, tracker into the Razor Crest, so Gideon now knows where Din and the child will be going, but then in the room Gideon is in, cuts back, and you see, this rows of black armor, and that's where the episode ends, but that black armor, I do want to talk about that for a moment. At first, my, thought was, the Dark Troopers, from the Dark Forces video game, whatnot, but I was like, it's probably not that, so I saw it was like something new, but on Disney Plus, if you put the descriptive audio on, which will just like have like this computer voice describe what's going on, and it calls the armor Dark Troopers. Obviously, I don't know if that actually means that, or if it's just saying, because they're black and dark and whatnot, and the scene's in a dark room. Who knows? But, yeah, that's really cool there. If they are Dark Troopers, obviously, they'll probably be very different than the one seen in Dark Forces, but then again, they might not be. So yeah, obviously not much to go off of right now. It hasn't been 100% said that they're Dark Troopers or not, so yeah, cool if they are. I believe Dark Troopers, there's already some canon stuff from one of the mobile smartphone games, but yeah, but that'd be cool if it is. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, that stuff, the Strand-Cast clone thingies, I do want to make a video talking about that more in depth. The Dark Troopers, I'd make a video on that, but like I just said, there's not enough to go off of. I might wait a little bit to do some stuff there, but I really enjoyed the episode. Going into it, thought it was gonna be a side quest episode, not much going on, but it, a lot of cool stuff happened. I was really into it. Definitely moved the Imperial storyline going, the Gideon stuff, and connecting it back with, Din and the child's quest to find the Jedi and whatnot was definitely missing, Gideon. Definitely in the first two episodes, obviously he appeared as a hologram in the last episode, but didn't really had no connection to Din's quest, but now it's back together, and I'm excited about that. But because watched my reviews on the first season, you know that I absolutely loved Gideon and the 2 episodes he appeared in, which I was very excited to see more of him. But yeah. Anyways, my grade for the episode is gonna be an A. So yeah. I would assume next week in chapter 13 you will be seeing Ahsoka Tano in live action for the first time. So very excited for that. But yeah, and you know, the next 4 episodes we have absolutely no footage on it. The trailers only had footage for these first 4 episodes of the season, so that's cool. I wonder what's gonna go down. I wonder if Gideon captures a child or something like that. But and you know, then has ending of the season is him rescuing him. So yeah. Yeah, you know, I really enjoyed the episode. Not much else to say. This one was a long one. I've been recording for like 18 minutes. Really a lot to talk about. Like I said, I'm gonna make a video on the on that Strand-Cast clone thingies. I still need. There's a few other videos I want to make on the other episodes too, and I need to get around to. But those will probably just come out this week. And that one too. But yeah, very excited for next week. You can check out my reviews on all the previous episodes of The Mandalorian and everything else I do. But for now, I've been Star Wars Review, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
This is no place for a child.